This story time is about drama. I know last video I uploaded I never mentioned jam, but here it is the drama over jam with cake. So jam was new and he was in my math class, and our teacher put him to sit with me, and my first thought was, OMG, he's cute. So we started off small talk and we had small things in common. I mentioned before, cake had sat near me in a way. The bell rings after I'm say hours of math class, because we all know math feels like forever. So when the bell rings, we had to head to lunch, but most people skipped lunch. Some go just to talk to friends from other classes, but I usually went just to sit with old friends or with my cousin. And when I was walking to lunch, usually on my phone, Cake follows me talking to me and asks me, do you like him? And I was like denying, because who tells people their crushes? Because me personally, I don't, because it's my business. But of course, I liked him a little because it was his first day, so I can't say, oh, it's a crush. But she looks at me like she knew I did, so I looked away from her and she went on to talk to someone else like first. That should be a red flag, right? Because honestly, why come up to me and ask and walk off? And as I said, we barely even talked. Even if we did, she only talked about boys, how she was having issues, and she was the girl who didn't have a phone. She used her mother's or a friend's phone. So that's another reason she was near me or hang with me, because I had a phone. But I ain't judging, because I used to not have a phone and rely on a friend's phone. But like we got to the lunchroom and I was sitting with my friends and I see Jam talking to Cake, and I think nothing of it, honestly. But few days pass and Jam didn't sit with me anymore. Apple was back to seat next to me, so Jam was far left, but I could still see and talk to him in a way, and as the class went on, I see Cake and Jam flirting like, what the hell? I was confused. I felt off, like I'm thinking to myself, why is she flirting with him? And she knew I had liked him. Like I was questioning myself, so I just let it slide and I went and text him, hey, why are you two like flirting? It's funny. And no, it was not funny. I wanted to break ice in a way. And after the bell rings for lunch, they hold hands and kiss. I was screaming inside. I was boiling inside. I was like, no fucking way. And after a few minutes, I get told they're dating. I was so upset in a way. Mad in a way, so I tell Avocado, and no, this ain't it, I look, they seat near us. And she sat in his lap. Like, holy no, she didn't, and she knew what she was doing when I tell y'all. She looks at me and kisses him. Like, girl, and so we meet and Avocado leaves. I ran to him mad, like, no, the bitch didn't. As lunch passed, we had to head to our math class, and I was still upset. When the class starts, she tries to speak to me, and I blew up and cussed her out, and the teacher had to move her away. And I had to step out, and I never went back to class. One was exploding on her. And the next day, she had a white tee on and jeans, and we was in the lunchroom, and me and Avocado had blue slushies and pizza. I tell you guys what happens next. I poured the blue slushies all over her head, and Avocado had my back and threw the pizza and smooshed it all over her. She was a mess, and it was. So funny, she had to go change and everything, and Jam was like, the fuck? And me and Avocado walks out the lunchroom to walk the hall. And even Cake was stunned. She was like gasping and whatever when we did that. And the thing is, Jam wasn't even cute when I look back at it. But when we head back to math class, she doesn't look at me once, and I kept to myself talking to Apple. Even Apple was like, holy hell. And guys, after a few weeks of them dating, I was over it. And Jam, and I still texted, he was very flirty too. But one day, we had to take a math test, and we had to go to a separate class. Cake, me, Jam, Apple, other people to do the test, and I had a crop top on that day, a tub top, and jeans, a jacket, and in the little class, Jam kept looking at my I was like, whatever about it. And hours passed. Jam finished the test and left, and Kate kept talking bad about him, how he was writing corny notes to her. But that's cute in my opinion. So after everyone gets done, it was time for next class, and guess who's in that class with me? Cake, yeah, her. She was saying how she was going to end the relationship with him because she never even liked him, and how she never really had feelings for him. I was like, yeah, we knew pretty much got with him because I had liked him. Yeah, makes sense why you never had feelings. But I say nothing, and at the end of the day I text him like, hey, Cake was saying she doesn't like you. He says nothing, and next day they did end the relationship. She was laugh about it. He was just there, and he texts me like, well, you was right. No one likes me. I have these issues, and complaining and venting about family life and everything. I'm like supportive with him and all that. And a few days of their breakup, he's big flirt with me and sent things we will not say, but we all know what we have to know what he sent, because I tell y'all I threw my phone and then had to text him, oh, why you sent that? Like, guys, how can you move on in few days? But yeah, that's the story. And no, I did not get with him at all because I stopped liking him. And I guess moral of the story, don't fight over some stupid guy and have better friends, I guess, because it was a crazy freshman year.